So here you go, guys, on YouTube. Here is a video today of Gary Sweeting, who has come down for a lesson with myself, first lesson with myself here at Quest Golf Academy, and we have made some incredible changes today. I'll give you a little backstory of Gary. Gary started playing golf about 5 years ago, got down to about 16 handicap, 2 years out of playing, just with other commitments, and then come back into the game really struggling. 23 handicap he's at now, and kind of not enjoying practicing and feel like he needs to start everything over again. That's what he said at the start of today's lesson. And I was thinking, surely not. I can't imagine that. Why is this golfer gone from 16 to 23 just because he's not played for a couple of years? And Gary said he practices a lot but doesn't really know what he's trying to work on to practice. So he started hitting some shots. This was before on the left-hand side here. This is just a 9-iron to start off with, and it was pretty clear straight from the first swing what potentially the issues we were facing in here. I'm going to show you the swing here just on the 9-iron. So as the club goes back, you can see clearly it moves instantly outside of the golf ball, and from that point then it just keeps going up and up and up and higher, really super steep, putting in a not a great position, a struggling position. Certainly a position, unless this massively changes at the top of the swing, a bit Jim Furyk-esque, how is the strike going to take place? Well, that was the thing, it wasn't taking place. He was doing his best to get his hands back, but that strike was so random. We could find middle, but that was more Gary's skill than anything else. But most of the time, we were catching the heel. Now, this is what made it interesting. I asked Gary, I said, Gary, he hit a shot from the heel. I said, where did that shot come from? By the way, this shot, I don't know if it was this one, I don't know if I recorded the actual shot, but it went like this. I said, where did you hit that from? And he said, toe. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, now I think we get into the answers here, because Gary thought he was hitting the toe extremely. A very clear identification of diagnosis of where his strike was coming from. Once I knew that, everything in the swing made sense. Everything. Because if Gary thinks he's hitting the toe, guess what he's going to do? Stand closer. He's going to swing more upright. He's going to do his best to try and hit the heel, effectively. But he was accomplishing that. He was hitting the heel brilliantly. He was shanking it. So once I explained that and gave Gary some clear instructions that he only needed to see his swing more than anything, he's like, oh my God, right, okay, that makes sense. So we improved the distance away from the golf ball. We've got to increase this gap here, which we did. And then very clearly, I gave Gary some impact tape on his club face and just a simple swing idea. I said, swing around the body. Gary is a cricketer, so very up and down with his swing. And I said, this got to feel more like a baseball swing. We've got to go from traditional UK English person to an American playing baseball. Now, at the moment, yeah, takeaway we can work on, that's fine. It's gone a little bit inside. But look at the difference at the top of the backswing. Look at that difference. And I'm like, hello, this is just like perfect. Club now at the top of the backswing is much more across the top of the shoulder line. It's more angled toward, it's not as laid off, it's not as tall, it's not as upright. And then from there, then Gary, I just said to Gary, make sure you move to the left, because on this one, because Gary got so steep, he would move massively to the right. So as long as you move to the left from that point now, that club came down so much better. So much more on plane, so much more, the path numbers were ridiculously better. We started here at like 4 to 7 degrees to the left, and we finished here today at somewhere kind of around 1-2 degrees to the left. Ridiculously better. And this was a strike that we hit on the toe. We actually hit this one from the toe, but the result was lovely. Absolutely lovely golf shot. A shot that we can definitely play on the golf course. A shot that his mates would go, oh, nice hit, Gary, and he'd go, it was alright. It was a productive shot. Where this on the left hand side, if you hit middle from that position, that's skill. That is absolute skill, but not a skill that can be accomplished every single time. So what can you learn from this lesson if you're watching this? What can you learn? We've gone from misdiagnosis of where the strike was happening from. For me, that's the one thing, if anyone's looking to improve at golf, and hopefully everyone that watches this video is looking to improve their golf, you've got to know where you hit. You've got to know where you hit on the face. It is so important. Because if you don't know where you hit on the face, or you don't know what your tendencies are, how do you know how to fix it? How do you know how to improve it and find middle better? We're all very skillful human beings. We should be able to find middle once we know where the bad strikes come from. I think if Gary today, if he knew he was hitting the toe before he came in today, we probably wouldn't have been booking a lesson, because he would have fixed most of these issues himself. But the fact that he thought he was hitting the toe, yet he was hitting the heel, that's where all of these issues have come from. I'm excited about this because I think I can get Gary down to 15, less than 15 handicap very quickly. This is going to enormously improve his driver shots, even though we've not worked on that today. It will massively improve his driver shots. Good work today, Gary. I think you've done a good session, really worked hard, really accomplished everything that we tried to accomplish today. Hopefully you enjoyed the lesson. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube and you are new to Quest Golf YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, like the video and comment down below. Tell me what you think about hit the swing changes there. And please do me a favour, next time you practice, anybody watching, just know where you've hit on the face. Get some of that athlete's foot spray or some impact tape and just know where you're hitting on the face. Good work, and I'll see you next time.